Hello dear viewers. We often hear love stories full of romance and challenges, but have you ever witnessed a love that had to overcome many obstacles to be together? Can such love be strong enough to conquer all barriers? And can a love remain steadfast, even after facing so many trials? In today's story, James and Diep have been through a journey full of challenges. They have loved each other for a long time, but life hasn't been easy, and they've had to face prejudices from family and society. But can these difficulties tear them apart? When Diep meets James' mother, will she win her trust? And will James' mother understand and empathize with their love? With sincere feelings and sacrifices, will they overcome all challenges and build a beautiful future together? This story will make you reflect on the power of love, sacrifice, and persistence in life. If you enjoyed this story and want to follow more touching tales, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any upcoming videos. Thank you for watching. After many years of living abroad for work, James' mother finally returned home. It was a special day, as James had invited his mother to meet Diep, his future wife, whom he loved deeply. While his mother had heard a lot about Diep, she wanted to meet her in person and understand more about the woman her son cherished. Her heart was filled with anticipation and many questions, and today was the perfect opportunity to see firsthand the love James had talked about for so long. James' mother entered the cozy room where Diep and James were waiting. The space seemed to pause for a moment as she stepped through the door. Diep stood up, her eyes bright and a warm smile on her face. James' mother couldn't help but feel the gentleness in every action of the girl, from how Diep bowed to greet her, to the way she spoke softly. James' mother smiled back, feeling relieved by the positive first impression. "Hello, Mother, I'm Diep." "It's a pleasure to meet you," Diep said, her voice soft but filled with sincerity. James' mother felt the authenticity in her voice, which made her feel at ease. "Hello, Diep. It's a pleasure for me as well. James has talked a lot about you. I'm eager to understand more about you today," she replied, her eyes full of warmth but with a touch of curiosity. James sat next to Diep, looking at his mother and then saying, "Mom, I've told you so much about Diep. She's very special to me." His mother nodded, still observing Diep's appearance. "You're truly beautiful, Diep," she said gently, but her words carried warmth and acknowledgement. "But, my dear, beauty is not just on the outside, it's in the soul. I'd like to know, what kind of person are you?" Diep hesitated slightly but then smiled, responding, "I think I'm not special, just an ordinary woman. I always try to live well and treat everyone around me kindly." She spoke with humility, not showing any pride in her qualities. James' mother looked into Diep's eyes, as if searching for something deeper. She didn't rush the conversation, allowing it to unfold naturally. "James says you're very kind and always willing to help others. I don't think that's just talk. I can feel that through the way you spoke to me. I just try to do useful things, Diep replied softly. James' mother smiled, pleased with her answer, and then asked, I've heard James mention that you faced some challenges in your life. Is that true? Diep looked up, her eyes momentarily distant, but she simply nodded without sadness or pain in her expression. Yes, I faced a few challenges in life, but I don't want my past to define my present. I've learned to accept and keep moving forward. James' mother listened carefully, feeling a sense of strength in Diep's words. She realized that Diep had not only faced difficulties but had grown stronger from them. This girl was not only beautiful but also resilient, and she knew that this was the kind of woman her son had chosen. My dear, I believe that the past doesn't determine your future. What matters is living true to yourself and treating others well, James' mother said, her voice full of encouragement. James looked at his mother, then held Diep's hand, his eyes filled with affection. I've always trusted Diep, Mom. And I hope you can accept and love her just as I do. James' mother was silent for a moment, then her gaze softened. I can see that there is real love between you two. I hope you will always protect and love Diep because she truly is a wonderful woman. Diep bowed her head, her eyes filled with emotion. Thank you so much, Mother. I will do everything I can to care for and love James, just as he has done for me. James' mother looked at the young couple before her, feeling the love they shared. She no longer had any doubts. Their love was genuine, overcoming all obstacles. And she hoped that no matter the challenges ahead, their future would be filled with happiness. She wished for them to walk together on the path they had chosen, building a bright and joyful future. After their first meeting, James' mother gradually realized that the love between James and Diep was not just words but a deep connection built on patience, respect, and shared moments of hardship. Although she had witnessed her son's affection for Diep through his stories, today, she truly felt the depth of their relationship. It was not a fleeting love, but one built on mutual understanding and respect. One afternoon, as James' mother and Diep sat together in the garden, chatting about life, James' mother couldn't help but ask about the challenges James and Diep had faced together. I know you and James have been through a lot, haven't you? Your love is truly strong. Can you share with me the challenges you two have overcome? Diep looked at her mother-in-law, her gaze thoughtful for a moment, but she didn't hesitate to share. Yes, Mother. At first, our love faced many obstacles, both from our families and society. But we overcame them with love and patience. There were times when I felt like I couldn't go on anymore, but James was always there, encouraging and protecting me. He's the reason I've stayed strong. James' mother listened to Diep's words, touched by the sincerity and sacrifice Diep had shown for her son. I understand, Diep. Love isn't always easy, but it's those hardships that have made your bond even stronger. I can see that James loves you deeply, and you love him in a way that not everyone can understand. I love James with all my heart, Mother. He's the only one I can truly trust, and together we've faced so many challenges. Life is never perfect, but I always feel at peace when I'm with him, Diep replied, her eyes lighting up when talking about James. A few days later, James and his mother sat down together, and his mother could not help but share her thoughts. Son, I see that the love between you and Diep is not ordinary. I can feel the maturity in how you love and care for her. I also see that Diep is not just a beautiful girl on the outside, she has a generous heart, full of love. James listened to his mother, his gaze softening, and then he smiled. I love her very much, Mother. Diep is the one I want to spend my life with, the one I can share every joy and every sorrow with. Nothing is more important to me than seeing her happy. James' mother looked at him with pride in her eyes. I can see that you've grown a lot, James. I believe you will be a good husband, a devoted life partner. But you must remember that love isn't just about feelings, it's about sharing, sacrificing, and understanding each other every day. You and Diep have overcome so much, but you must continue to care for her, to love her. James nodded, his voice full of determination. I understand, Mother. I will always love and protect Diep, not just today, but forever. Diep sat beside James, feeling the certainty in his words. Thank you, Mother, for always being there and supporting us. I promise to always do my best to make James happy because he deserves all the love and care. James' mother looked at the young couple, her heart filled with warmth. She knew their love was real and steadfast, not only because of their perseverance but because of the understanding and respect they had for each other. I hope you both will build a beautiful future together, a happy family. No matter how many difficulties arise, I believe you will always be there for each other, loving and supporting each other through it all. The three of them sat quietly, gazing out at the garden where the golden light of the setting sun bathed the clouds. The love between James and Diep was not just a romantic story, it was a journey of two hearts that knew how to love and share. And James' mother, with all her wisdom and experience, knew that this was the strongest foundation for their love to last forever. As evening fell, the warm light from the living room lamps illuminated the faces of James and Diep. James' mother sat across from them, her eyes filled with happiness and pride as she looked at the young couple before her. She knew that while their love had overcome many challenges, it was only when both of them truly understood and cherished each other that their love could remain steadfast. James' mother spoke softly but with warmth in her voice. James, Diep, I feel so happy seeing you both like this. The love between you two is truly special. I know you've had to overcome many obstacles to be together, but today, seeing you here, I can feel that this love has truly blossomed. James held Diep's hand, his gaze towards his mother filled with deep gratitude. Thank you, Mom. You've always been there for me at every step. Diep and I will never forget the words you shared with us. Diep looked at James' mother, her eyes full of emotion. I am also very grateful for your constant support, Mom. Our love may not be perfect, but I will always strive to build a happy life with James. James' mother smiled, her eyes filled with pride. I believe in you both, and I know that no matter what, you will overcome any difficulty. But remember, love is not just about fleeting emotions, it is about choice and actions every day. In the hard times, when no one else is around, only the two of you will understand and get through it together. I know, Mom. I won't let Diep go through anything alone. We will overcome all challenges together. As long as we have each other, I believe everything will be fine, James replied, his voice full of determination. Diep held James' hand tightly, her eyes brimming with affection. Thank you for always being by my side. I will do my best to be worthy of the love and sacrifice you've given me. James' mother looked at the young couple, feeling the true love and deep understanding they had for one another. She couldn't help but feel happy as she witnessed the growth in their relationship. I am so proud of you both. Love is not always easy, but if you share, forgive, and be patient with each other, nothing can separate you. You're right, Diep replied, her eyes filled with resolve. We won't let life's challenges diminish our love. I believe in this love, in the sincerity we share. James looked into Diep's eyes and smiled gently. Thank you for always being with me through all this. I promise to love you, to protect you, and I will never let you worry or feel sad. James' mother nodded, her gaze following the two young people as though she wanted to say something very important. And don't forget, love isn't something that can be held onto easily. You need to nurture this love, take care of each other every day, and not let small things harm your bond. Remember, even when life doesn't go as expected, as long as you are together, you can overcome anything. James' mother smiled, looking out the window where the gentle moonlight lit up the garden. She felt peaceful thinking about the future of her son and daughter-in-law. I trust that no matter what difficulties lie ahead, you will never give up on each other. The love I see today will be the flame that guides you, and I hope you both will build a beautiful and happy future, just like the love you share. James and Diep looked at each other, and at the same moment, they smiled softly, as if they both understood that what James' mother said was not just encouragement, but precious advice for their lives. She had not only given them her love but also valuable lessons on sacrifice, patience, and enduring love. We will always remember your words, Mom, Diep said, her voice soft yet full of determination. James held her hand tighter, his eyes full of trust. For this love, I will do everything to protect and care for you. James' mother smiled, leaning back in her chair, feeling at peace as she looked at the young couple before her, two people who would walk through life together and build a happy family. February 2nd. The story of James and Diep's love is an emotional and challenging journey. Built on the foundation of perseverance and sacrifice, their love is not just simple words but a shared determination to overcome all obstacles. Despite facing opposition from family and society, they remain steadfast in their belief in love and stand by each other. The story also reflects important values in life, such as understanding, sacrifice, and growth in love. James' mother, though initially concerned, eventually recognized the genuine love they have for each other. This is a lesson about care, empathy, and the necessity of building a strong love through mutual understanding. The story is not just a simple love story, but also a powerful message about overcoming challenges and creating happiness in life. Thank you for this story, which has given us deep reflections on love and life.